Imagine if sounds had colors, or words had flavors. For some, this is reality, not fantasy. Most of us keep our senses in separate lanes: sight, sound, taste, each with its own job. But for a rare few, these boundaries blur. A car horn might flash orange, or the name Alex might taste like bread. This is synesthesia, a real neurological phenomenon where senses intertwine. For synesthetes, numbers can have colors, days can have personalities, and music can paint vivid pictures. Exploring this world challenges our assumptions about perception and reveals the brain's astonishing flexibility. Synesthesia, literally joint sensation, is when one sense automatically triggers another. It's not imagination or metaphor. For synesthetes, the number 7 might truly appear yellow, or a word might spark a taste. These experiences are consistent, involuntary, and deeply personal. Synesthesia comes in many forms: seeing sounds, tasting words, or feeling touches seen on others. Each person's synesthetic map is unique, but all share a brain wired for cross-sensory perception. It's not a disorder, but a difference. Often cherished for its richness and creative boost, synesthesia reminds us reality is shaped by the unique wiring of our brains. What causes synesthesia? The leading theory: extraneural connections between sensory regions. In most brains, senses are processed separately. In synesthetes, signals cross over. Sound can trigger color, for example. This crosstalk likely starts in infancy, when the brain is densely wired and persists due to less pruning of connections. Genetics play a role. Synesthesia often runs in families. Brain scans show real cross-activation. Hearing music can light up both auditory and visual areas. Synesthesia is a vivid example of the brain's capacity for unique perception. In synesthetes, sensory brain regions are linked by extra pathways. Imagine a city with not just main roads, but secret alleys connecting every district. Sight, sound, taste. A sound might travel these shortcuts and trigger a color experience. Brain imaging confirms this. When synesthetes hear music, their color processing areas activate, even in darkness. These cross-wirings often form between neighboring brain regions, like numbers and colors in the fusiform gyrus. That's why grapheme-color synesthesia is common. The brain's architecture literally shapes how we experience reality. Why do these extra connections exist? It starts in infancy, when all brains are highly interconnected. As we grow, the brain prunes unused pathways for efficiency. In synesthetes, some cross-sensory connections escape pruning, persisting into adulthood. This explains why synesthesia is developmental, not learned. The specific associations, like A being red, are set early and remain stable for life. Depending on which connections remain, different forms of synesthesia emerge. Synesthesia is a spectrum, rooted in the unique maturation of each brain. Genetics are key. Synesthesia often runs in families. About 40% of synesthetes have a close relative with the trait. No single gene causes it, but several genes involved in brain wiring and pruning are implicated. What's inherited is the tendency for senses to crosswire, not the exact type. The specific form depends on individual brain development and experience. Synesthesia is innate, not learned or taught. It's a fascinating blend of genetic blueprint and developmental chance, creating a world where senses merge. Grapheme-color synesthesia is when letters and numbers are automatically associated with a specific color. This perception is immediate and involuntary. Seeing A might evoke red, while 5 could appear as blue. These associations are consistent over a lifetime. One synesthete's alphabet will be different from another's. Some projectors see colors externally, others, associators, perceive it internally. Synesthetes report having superior memory. This neurological difference is a unique cognitive tool. Imagine sound you can see. This is chromesthesia, or sound-to-color synesthesia. Auditory stimuli like music or voices trigger an involuntary experience of color. A violin solo might be a cascade of blues and purples. A car horn might appear as a flash of bright orange or yellow. Each sound comes with its own visual counterpart, painting a colorful landscape. Like other synesthesia, sound-color pairings are personal yet consistent. This has allowed musicians with chromesthesia to use their perception as a creative tool. They see the colors of chords and melodies, helping them craft harmonies. It shows the brain's auditory and visual systems are not as separate as we assume. Every note paints a picture. Beyond colors and sounds, synesthesia can manifest in even more surprising and rare sensory pairings. One of the most unusual is lexical gustatory synesthesia, where specific words or phonemes evoke the sensation of taste or texture in the mouth. For someone with this form, hearing or reading a word like jail might consistently produce the distinct taste of cold, hard bacon. The name Derek might taste like earwax. These experiences are not metaphorical. The person genuinely feels the gustatory sensation on their tongue as if they had just eaten the associated food. This type of synesthesia creates a world where language has a direct and physical flavor profile. The taste associations are often highly specific and can be triggered by the sound or phonetics of the word itself. For example, words with a K sound might all share a similar taste characteristic, like a crunchy texture. The experience is, of course, entirely automatic and involuntary. A person cannot choose what a word will taste like, and sometimes the pairings can be unpleasant. Imagine having a conversation where certain common words trigger a disgusting taste. This form, while fascinating, can sometimes be a mixed blessing for those who experience it. Equally remarkable is mirror touch synesthesia. People with this trait experience a tactile sensation on their own body when they see another person being touched. If they watch someone get tapped on the right shoulder, they will feel a corresponding phantom touch on their own right shoulder. This is not just empathy, it is a literal physical sensation. The brain's mirror neuron system, which is involved in understanding the actions and intentions of others, is believed to be hyperactive in these individuals. Their brain does not just simulate the other person's experience, it physically replicates the sensory component of it. This creates a profound and sometimes challenging connection to the people around them. Watching a movie with a fight scene or seeing someone get injured can be a physically painful experience for a mirror touch synesthete. On the other hand, seeing a loved one receive a gentle hug can produce a genuinely comforting sensation. This form of synesthesia blurs the line between self and other in a fundamental sensory way. It is a powerful illustration of the brain's capacity for empathy, pushed to a neurological extreme where observing a feeling literally becomes feeling it yourself, creating an unusually deep and visceral link to the world. Simple timeline or number line into a silent, ongoing drama. For synesthetes, the experience is not a choice. It's a fundamental and automatic aspect of their perception, as involuntary as blinking. This automaticity is a core defining feature of synesthesia. It's a direct and unfiltered perceptual event. This involuntary quality distinguishes true synesthesia from simple creative metaphors. The experience is passive, it just washes over them. Many synesthetes are surprised to learn that not everyone experiences the world this way. These perceptions are emotionally charged events that shape a synesthete's feelings and interactions in a very real way. This constant, involuntary stream of extrasensory input creates a reality that is more dense and profoundly personal. Another key aspect of synesthesia is its consistency. For synesthetes, sensory pairings remain stable throughout their life. This consistency helps researchers verify synesthesia. Associations are personal and unique. There's no universal code. Two synesthetes may have completely different color palettes for the alphabet. Each synesthete's brain develops its own private language of the senses, a perceptual fingerprint that is theirs alone. This lifelong consistency and personal uniqueness is a fascinating paradox. It's an ordered, reliable, and deeply personal reality. Many synesthetes find their unique perceptual world a powerful source of creativity. This offers a rich wellspring of inspiration. A painter with chromesthesia can literally see the colors of music. Wassily Kandinsky, believed to be a synesthete, created abstract works capturing visual music. Musicians like Pharrell Williams describe how synesthesia aids their creative process. Writers and poets draw from their experiences to create vivid imagery. Synesthesia provides a bridge between different modes of thought, the very essence of creativity. It enriches artistic endeavors, turning unique perception into a gift to share. Is synesthesia a medical condition? The answer is no. Synesthesia is not a disease or mental disorder. It's a neurological variation, a different way of processing information. Like being left-handed, it's a natural human variation. Synesthesia doesn't impair function. It often enriches daily life. Synesthesia challenges our definitions of normal perception. It highlights brain diversity. It's a glimpse into the brain's flexibility. Far from being a hindrance, synesthesia is often associated with cognitive and creative advantages. The extra layer of sensory information acts as a powerful built-in mnemonic device, enhancing memory and recall. For a student with grapheme-color synesthesia, memorizing a historical date or a complex chemical formula can be easier because the sequence of numbers and letters forms a unique and memorable color pattern. This automatic visual coding provides an extra retrieval cue, making it easier to access the information later. This is not just anecdotal. Studies have consistently shown that synesthetes often outperform non-synesthetes on certain types of memory tests. The benefits extend into the realm of creativity and abstract thought. Synesthesia is, at its core, a neurological process that connects seemingly unrelated concepts, a sound and a color, a word and a taste. This is very similar to the process of metaphorical thinking, which is a cornerstone of creativity and innovation. It involves seeing novel connections between disparate ideas. Because synesthetes' brains are naturally wired to create these cross-modal links, some research suggests they score higher on tests of creative thinking and are more adept at using and understanding metaphorical language, giving them a natural edge in artistic and imaginative pursuits. This creative enhancement is not just a theory. It is borne out in the lives of many successful artists, musicians, and writers who have synesthesia. They often report that their condition is an indispensable part of their creative process. A composer might use their color-hearing abilities to craft richer harmonies, while a novelist might use their personification of letters to develop more compelling character voices. The synesthetic experience provides a direct and constant source of inspiration, a unique sensory palette from which to draw. It is a creative tool that is seamlessly integrated into their perception of the world, offering novel perspectives and ideas. Furthermore, some synesthetes report enhanced sensory abilities, even within a single sense. For example, some sound-color synesthetes appear to have a more nuanced perception of color, able to distinguish between very subtle shades that might look identical to a non-synesthete. It is as if the constant cross-activation in their brain also fine-tunes the individual sensory areas. These advantages, from memory to creativity to heightened perception, paint a picture of synesthesia not as a deficit, but as a unique cognitive style that comes with its own distinct set of strengths, making it a gift rather than a burden. The conversation around synesthesia is part of a movement toward embracing neurodiversity. This concept proposes that variations in the human brain, such as those seen in autism, ADHD, and dyslexia, should be viewed as natural and valuable forms of human diversity. Synesthesia demonstrates that a brain can be structured differently from the norm without being defective. By accepting synesthesia, we open our minds to the variety of the human brain. People with synesthesia value their unique perceptions. Many describe it as an enhancement. Synesthesia serves as a reminder of the mysteries within the human brain. It is a variation, a quirk, a gift, a different flavor of human consciousness. Can synesthesia be artificially induced? Certain external factors can create transient synesthesia-like experiences. Psychedelic substances like LSD or psilocybin can cause sensory crossover. These drugs temporarily alter brain communication, increasing crosstalk between sensory areas. Other methods, like meditation or sensory deprivation, have also been reported to trigger cross-modal experiences. Researchers have also experimented with hypnosis, but these lack the perceptual quality of true synesthesia. While mimicking synesthesia is possible, it's crucial to distinguish these states from the genuine, lifelong condition. True synesthesia is defined by its consistency. Associations, like the letter A being read, are established early and don't change. This contrasts sharply with drug-induced synesthesia, which is transient and unpredictable. Developmental synesthetes describe their perceptions as normal and integrated, a reliable source of information. Induced synesthesia is often chaotic and disorienting. True synesthesia is a developmental trait, a result of genetics and early neurological development, not something acquired later in life. Induced experiences are a temporary window, not a shortcut to becoming a synesthete. It's a stable feature, a testament to the diverse ways a human brain can be wired. Synesthesia has been a guiding force for innovative creative minds. Wassily Kandinsky, a pioneer of abstract art, had chromesthesia, or sound-to-color synesthesia. His paintings are visual symphonies, attempts to capture the colors he perceived while listening to music. Duke Ellington also described experiencing music in terms of color and texture. Pharrell Williams has been very open about his chromesthesia, stating that music appears to him as a vibrant spectrum of colors. For these artists, synesthesia is a fundamental tool of their craft and a profound source of inspiration. It has enriched our world with works of unforgettable beauty and innovation. Beyond famous artists, the most profound understanding of synesthesia comes from personal testimonies. For someone with grapheme-color synesthesia, reading is a different experience. Reading a book is like watching a field of wildflowers. The letter E is a pale green, T is brown, and S is yellow. For those with sound-to-color synesthesia, the auditory world is a visual spectacle. The rumble of the morning train is a deep purple. My friend's laugh is a burst of bright orange bubbles. It's an extra layer of information. The days of the week are a family of characters. Tuesday is serious and Friday is carefree. These stories ground the phenomenon in lived human experience. The word computer has always tasted like a crisp apple, offering a glimpse into a world where the senses are intertwined. Imagine stepping into the shoes of Alex, for whom synesthesia is simply a part of daily life. Alex possesses multiple forms of synesthesia. For Alex, Wednesday has a distinct personality and color. The sound of the alarm clock is a series of sharp yellow triangles. The clatter of a spoon is a starburst of silver light with a metallic taste. News evokes unique flavors. His brain processes the world through a multi-sensory filter. Each name has a distinct color and texture. This unique perception becomes a cognitive advantage. Music is a breathtaking dance of flowing colors. Synesthesia is the language his brain uses, a beautiful symphony of self. Our journey through synesthesia has taken us deep into the human brain. For some, the senses are woven together. A sound can have a color, a number a personality, or a word a taste. Synesthesia challenges how we experience the world. It stems from a hyper-connected brain, likely from genetics. From grapheme-color synesthesia to chromesthesia, the variations are diverse. Sensory blending is vast. Synesthesia is not a disorder, but a variation to be understood and appreciated. It enhances memory and fosters creativity. It's a special lens through which they view the world. This exploration serves as a testament to neurodiversity. The human mind is a spectrum of possibilities. Our perception is just one version of reality. Synesthesia exemplifies the brain's plasticity and capacity for diverse perceptual worlds. It offers insights into sensory processing and subjective reality. By observing interconnected sensory modules, we learn about their separate functions, shedding light on perception. Synesthesia ignites curiosity, inviting us to question our experiences. It's a vivid illustration that your reality differs from others. It encourages humility and excitement for discovering more about the human mind. Through synesthetes, we glimpse other possibilities. It pushes us to celebrate human difference as a feature, a source of strength and fascination. Let this journey be an invitation to look at your own mind with fresh eyes. The brain's potential is vast, and we will undoubtedly uncover more wonders.